Megyn Kelly has never been one to hold back her words, and when she turned her sharp commentary toward Meghan Markle's behavior during the release of With Love Season 2, the backlash was instant. According to close sources, Megyn was not just offended, she was furious. Reports claim she even went so far as to issue veiled threats against Kelly, a move that has once again cemented her reputation as controlling, vindictive, and incapable of handling criticism. This is not the first time Megyn has lashed out at those who dare challenge her carefully manufactured image, but this incident shows a pattern that is becoming impossible to ignore. What Megyn Kelly pointed out was not malicious speculation, but a clear observation of Megyn's obsessive attempts to insert herself into cultural conversations where she does not belong. Kelly mocked her desperate attempts at relevance in Season 2 of With Love, calling it another shallow display of vanity over substance. Megyn's response was not a dignified silence or even a rebuttal. It was aggression, intimidation, and a reminder of just how far she will go to silence dissenting voices. This behavior is entirely consistent with Megyn's history. Time and again, those who speak out against her find themselves targeted, discredited, or threatened. Journalists, royal insiders, and even celebrities have described the same cycle. Megyn seeks control over the narrative, and when that control slips, she retaliates. Her attack on Kelly fits the same mold. Rather than addressing the substance of the criticism, she attempted to strong-arm the critic into submission. That alone speaks volumes about how fragile her brand has become. It is also telling that Megyn's outrage came after Megyn Kelly's comments gained traction with audiences who are increasingly skeptical of Megyn's authenticity. Kelly's words resonated because they echoed what so many already see: an actress clinging to a role that no one believes anymore. The more Megyn pushes herself into entertainment and activism spaces, the more obvious it becomes that she is chasing attention, not influence. Her threat against Kelly was not just personal anger, it was fear. Fear that her mask is slipping, and that even respected commentators are now willing to call her out. The incident further highlights Megyn's inability to separate criticism from persecution. For her, every critique is an attack, every joke is defamation, and every observation is betrayal. Kelly's mockery, while sharp, was no different than the commentary public figures endure daily. Yet Megyn's overreaction confirms what many have long argued. She thrives only in environments where she can dominate the narrative. The moment someone refuses to bend to her version of events, she moves from charm to hostility. The irony is that Megyn's aggressive response has only amplified Kelly's point. By trying to silence her, Megyn validated every criticism about her thin skin and authoritarian instincts. Instead of undermining Kelly, she strengthened her voice. Viewers now see even more clearly that Megyn cannot tolerate mockery because her public persona is built on fragile illusions. Kelly exposed that fragility, and Megyn's threat turned it into undeniable proof. What makes this episode even more damaging for Megyn is that Megyn Kelly is not an isolated voice in the media. She represents a broader frustration with Megyn's constant demand for adoration without accountability. If Megyn continues to treat critics as enemies to be destroyed, she risks alienating not just commentators, but the very public she depends on for relevance. Kelly has given people a language for what they already feel: that Megyn is manipulative, power-hungry, and intolerant of dissent. In the end, this confrontation between Megyn and Megyn Kelly is not just a clash of personalities, it is a reflection of a deeper truth. Meghan Markle cannot coexist with a free press, independent commentary, or even public mockery. She demands control, and when denied, she lashes out. Kelly simply held up a mirror, and Megyn saw something she could not bear: the truth. And in her desperation to silence that truth, Megyn proved Kelly right in every possible way. And this is exactly why Megyn's reputation continues to collapse under the weight of her own actions. Every time she lashes out at someone like Megyn Kelly, she reminds the public that she is not a figure of strength or grace, but of insecurity and retaliation. Threats may have worked behind palace walls, but in the court of public opinion, they only expose her desperation. Megyn Kelly, for her part, has refused to back down. Instead, she has doubled down on her stance, pointing out that Meghan's obsession with controlling the narrative is proof of how unstable her public persona has become. Kelly's resilience in the face of Meghan's fury has turned her into an even louder voice for those who are tired of Meghan's constant victimhood routine. The truth is that Meghan Markle cannot silence everyone. The more she tries, the more resistance she creates. Her attempt to intimidate Kelly has backfired spectacularly, leaving her critics emboldened and her supporters dwindling. What she fails to realize is that in a world of free speech, the louder she shouts, the clearer the truth becomes. And thanks to this clash, Meghan's carefully guarded facade has cracked wider than ever before.